So hey guys, I know it's been a while. This is Victor. I'm just coming back to you. I just got a brand new toy, Wireless Go Rhodes mic. I know I just did a review on these PXL wireless mics for $100, and they were really good mics. We used them all through NAMM.
And we're at NAMM 2019. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. The show starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, so people ask us all the time, well, what is the NAMM show? Okay. The NAMM show is the biggest music conference in the world. Anybody who has something to do with music, whether it be artists, builders, marketers, jazz, blues, rock, rockabilly, you name the genre, and whatever it has to do with music, it is here at the NAMM show. And this is where the vendors, the artists, the manufacturers, the retailers, everybody converges in one place to get together and connect with the music community. All the noise you're hearing in the background, that's a sound check for a gigantic stage behind us. There's about 30 stages throughout the convention center where they're performing live music.
And for $100, they work great. They sounded really good. You can do anything you can with a wireless. They actually have the readout, so you can see, which some of these cheaper ones don't. They don't have a readout on there. They tell you the battery life and tell you the signal and all that kind of stuff. And I had no problem until I started using them for this guitar client that I have in the back of his studio, where they're staging their production at. We just couldn't get them to work. They'd cut out all the time. And so I haven't had a lot of issues with these, but in his room, for some reason, they just kept cutting out. So I had to find a new solution. And then I went on YouTube and I was looking around at some other wireless mics. They were in a budget that I wanted to spend. And these things came up, and these are just the coolest little mics, and I saw some cool reviews on them. So I was like, I'll get them a try. It's $200. It's pretty cool. I know I can use them for some things. I mean, look at the size of these compared to, this is kind of the standard body pack for a wireless. And so if you look at that, I mean, it's just dinky. Here's the side view. They're just dinky. So here's a couple really cool features about it. One, it's got a built-in mic right here. So I'm using just a wired lav right here on me. But you can just take this, just clip it right on your talent right there. So this video I'm going to show you actually is just us using this mic just like this with no lav plugged in. It's just clipped on the talent shirt. He's talking, and then the guitar, of course, is being mic'd up and going through a Tascam. But the mic, all you're hearing is the mic on his shirt clipped like this with no lav.
Hey guys, Juan John here from Heartbreaker Guitars. I'm hanging with Toby. We are partying like animals. It's got a redwood top, which is really rare, but also adds to the tone and sustain and overtones that you're gonna hear here in just a minute. This is a standard McPherson design, obviously with the offset sound hole and the cantilever neck design, or cantilever neck design. And what that does is allow the top to resonate even more so on the prime real estate of the guitar.
So now this video, I'm gonna show you what it sounds like with a lav plugged in. So you have a little place on top right by the mic. They can plug an actual 1/8" lav in. This lav I'm using right here is nothing special. It actually came with this lav. So this is a $100 lav, so you can imagine that this lav right here it's all right. It does its job. You can EQ it and compress it. It sounds pretty good. But you plug it into here and clip it on the talent shirt and going.
Hey guys, Juan John, and we are back here at the Heartbreaker Lounge, filming these amazing pieces of technology and carbon fiber. They feel fantastic because they are hand sanded. They do have a satin finish on the back. The fretboards are also hand sanded. All the frets are done by hand as well. They're just amazing quality, well done. They sound fantastic. You guys just heard a little bit of a clip of what these actually do sound like.
Okay, so these mics, they're so easy to operate. For one, when you go to charge them, I just got this little 2 USB charger off Amazon. I think I got 4 of these for $5, and I'll put a link in the description. I'm not sure if it's $5, might be $11. We got 4 of these little double, and it works good because these actually, Rhodes sends you the cords, the USBs, but they don't send you a USB charger, so you gotta have your own charger. So any phone USB charger will work. And so anyhow, plug them in, and I use little two things, plug them in there, and I never even take these things out of there. I never even take the little straps off the wires. I just plug them in because they're so light they just stick up. And plug those in like that. Plug the other one in, plug that in, they charge. They each charge lasts for about 7 hours. That's what the package says. Each charge will last for about 7 hours. I've noticed that they last for about 5 before I just plug them in because they look like they're getting too low on battery juice. Which, speaking of, so on the receiver, you hold the bottom power button in right here, and then when it turns on, you see it come in, and then you can it gives you the readout. It gives you the battery readout, and it gives you how much signal. But right now I don't have my lav mic on, so now I'm gonna turn my lav mic on, and you'll just see the readout of the lav mic populate on there. So now you can see me talking. You can see the actual, how loud it is, a little meter. So this sits on your camera, so you can see a meter, and you can see how much battery life it's got for the transmitter and the receiver, and also how hot the signal is. So you have 3 signal options. Right here you have your dB switch. So if you look right up here in the corner on that would be, I think, your left side, you'll see a little thing there. If I press a dB, it goes to low, medium, and then back to high. My best results so far with my Sonys and my Tascam is I just leave it on medium, and then I can adjust the level coming in, and it works pretty good. And then on the transmitter, you have 2 little blue lights that tell you if the battery is. The battery's blue right now, and then I believe it turns a different color as the battery starts degrading, and then it shows that it's linked. And also, if you have other, say you get another set of these, and the signal's different, you can actually link them. You can actually, hold this down and hold that down and link them together, just like any kind of like Bluetooth device type of deal. But the sound quality's been amazing. Just the quality alone is amazing. I mean, they're very small. But another thing that I'm going to show you. Sorry if I'm sweating. I had to turn the AC off because it blows and it's getting hot. I live in Vegas. Okay, so you have a standard kind of belt clip on the back of the transmitter and a clip on the back of the receiver, which is very cool, very standard. You don't need to screw a hot shoe in. The clip is the exact same size as a hot shoe. So you just take your camera, just pinch it open a little bit, and slide it right into the hot shoe. And there, now it's on top of the camera, and it is not going anywhere. Get it a little, yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere. And you have to basically pinch it to get it to come out of the hot shoe. So you just pinch it again, and then it pulls right out of the hot shoe. And then they give you a little cord to go from your wireless receiver into your camera right there, or your iPhone. You basically get a little iPhone adapter, and just plug that there, plug this into your phone, and then you can actually just take the transmitter and just clip the clip on your phone, put this on your body pack, on your body. If you don't want to use a lav, you can just clip it right on your shirt. Still sounds great. If you're out in an interview, you can actually just interview it back and forth like that, but it just clips right on the phone. It's just the best design I've seen out of any kind of little budget lav in a long time. And for a budget lav, I would say, I'll be using this all the time. Even though I have some nice Sony lavs, I think I'll be using this one more. But here, check this out. It also comes with a windscreen, and the windscreen just snaps inside. So you have 2 little snaps right there, and 2 little holes here, and you just line those up and push down, and now you have a windscreen, and it not coming off. So now if you're out in the wind, you can actually just be like interviewing. Here's an interview, or you can clip it on yourself as a lav, or you can plug the lav in, like I said, but you have the windscreen, so you can actually just interview right there. Hey guys, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, now it's so convenient. Hands down my favorite little toy besides my slider this year. But The other thing that I like most about this unit as well is the reach. I mean, so the reach, I don't really go over like 25 to 30 feet on most of the stuff I do. So I haven't done a huge distance test. You know, I've mainly done inside talking head type stuff, but you know, I've gone around, you know, followed people around and might have been across the room like 50 feet or so. And I've had zero breakup with these, at around 30 to 40 feet. Most of my stuff is interview stuff where the talent is, you know, about 10 feet to, you know, 5 feet to 4 feet, somewhere around there, you know, especially when I'm going somewhere small and I can't really, you know, where I just take basically like a Sony A6300 and just a small little, you know, camera case, because I work in a lot of casinos and, you know, they don't want you to carry, they want you to look very touristy. You know, I can throw that in the bag, throw this in the front bag with a couple batteries, you know, maybe a nice little light, go in and do an interview. And I don't have a big, huge camera, you know, setup, and it works great. I'm very low profile and no one cares. The other thing is it also works good with the DJI Osmo, but the Osmo audio is on this older version, the 4K, which I actually like quite a bit. I sold it to get the Pocket, and then I had to go buy it back because I just missed it too much. But the audio is horrific. I mean, you hear the fan going all the time. But with this thing, what's nice about it is you plug it in, you plug in the transmitter, or you plug in the receiver, you clip it on the back of here, you put your phone there, and now you have a mic that's way away from your Osmo. You're not getting the fan at all. You know, even if it's on yourself and you're video blogging, you know, it's way away from your Osmo fan. You're not hearing that horrible sound. And yeah, so it works great. It's perfect. It's a perfect solution for that. Sound quality, I mean, the sound quality, you know, these little $100 mics, they're these PXL, you know, their sound quality is still really good. They sound, I wouldn't say as good, but with the lav in them, they both sound about the same. Like I've had do a shoot recently where I had this on, and this on, and then I used a splitter to go on my Tascam, and the sound quality is about the same. You know, there's not much difference, especially because when you EQ and compress it and that kind of stuff. But just the size, you know, on these, they don't have an input meter, so you can't see how hot your is. You can only see what the input is going to your camera if your camera shows audio. And with these, it has the input meter right on the screen. So I'm talking blah 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 blah. I can see if the mic's clipping, which is really convenient, especially on the Tascam, because I have the Tascam usually pointed somewhere under my camera, and the light dims on it because it's usually running on batteries. But I can have this sitting on the side of the camera, and I can look at my audio the whole time. And they're just great little units. So I would definitely say for $200, pick them up. It also comes with a little handy carrying case that they're not great, but but these things are so tiny. I mean, they're just. Oh, and one other thing before I forget, you can actually charge them while they're on. So like if you're using them and the batteries are going dead, and you have a couple little, little chargers, you just plug the chargers in. And I have this on, and then when you plug them in, I don't know if you can see that or not, but on this one over here, there's a little lightning bolt. So it'll still work while it's plugged in charging. So you can basically have this on your camera with the charger going. You can put this on your talent, just add another belt. And so it's, you know, say you have two belts back here, whatever, if you're sitting down with the charger in, and it'll charge while you're actually in use, which is amazing. But I mean, you charge these up, you know, they're gonna last you, you know, 5 to 7 hours anyhow. So it's not like you're gonna really need to, you know, when you take a break, charge them up. So that's it for my review and just showing off my new toy to you guys for today. So make sure you like and subscribe and comment, and hopefully we'll see you next time. All right, talk to you soon. Oh, and hit the little bell so you get notifications when I upload. I'm gonna start uploading more, so all right, be good.
Action.